Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. It is Sat Chat time. So those of you that are new here, this is the first Frugal Crafter video you've ever landed on. I would suggest you look at the other videos that I have to offer, the tutorials, the crafts, the painting lessons. This here is a weekly chat I have with you guys, just talking about what's going on in the week, what's upcoming, and we might even talk about stuff that is no way related to art. So you've been warned, and yeah, so every Saturday morning, 7 a.m. I post this, and it's just a casual chat. So if you want a friendly group to hang out with, you have come to the right place. You can chat with one another in the comments below. I love to hear what you're up to and what creative things you are doing and how your week is going. It's just a nice, fun way to spend some time with the community here on YouTube, the Frugal Crafter community here on YouTube. So this week has been pretty, I don't say boring. I guess it's kind of been, I don't know. It hasn't been too busy. It's been pretty relaxing. I actually had a chance to watch a couple movies this week. I watched, and neither of them are really intentional, but I found myself, like, I can waste so much time just in the evenings scrolling on my phone or scrolling through the television or Hulu or whatever, and not even like settle down on anything. And then it's like, oh my gosh, I have been like scrolling for hours and I haven't even actually watched anything. So I'm just like picking something. If I see a movie that looks interesting, I'm picking it, because I just feel like my attention span has gotten so small. Like, if I can't even like sit through a 20-minute TV show, there's something wrong. So I'm like, if I see a movie that looks interesting, I'm gonna watch it. So my husband and I watched Murder on the Orient Express the other night. I'd read that book a few years ago, and I'd forgotten a lot of it, but I did remember the overall what do you want to call it, plot. And it was really good. It was really well done. I enjoyed it, so I recommend that. I think it's on Hulu. If you have Hulu, that's where we watched it. But it might have been on. It might have been one of the TV channels they have there. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you can find it on Hulu. And then I watched. Jason didn't watch this, but I watched. And I don't even know. This is so not a movie that would ever really appeal to me, but I was flipping through and it was on, and it kind of caught my attention. And so then I hit the start over button, and I was watching that, and it's called The Meg. And it's about like this guy that goes down to rescue these people that were at the bottom of the ocean in a submarine, and they find this megalodon, like this prehistoric shark, and of course it causes all sorts of havoc. But anyways, I found that to be quite entertaining. So there we go, 2 movie recommendations for you. I don't know. I would say Murder on the Orient Express is probably better, but maybe I'm only saying that because I know it's a little classier, but I did enjoy The Meg probably just as much. I'm not saying I have great taste in movies, guys. I'm just saying they were entertaining. Last week, a little over a week ago, because it was a Friday. I'm filming this, by the way, at 1:59 p.m. Friday afternoon. So last Friday, I posted an unboxing of the gorgeous Phoenix color pencils, and I have a review of those coming out Tuesday, so stay tuned for a review. But if you want to see the unboxing, you can go check that out. I had a feeling they were just going to be, because when I opened the package, I saw so much bubble wrap, and I'm like, oh, these look nice. So I did film an unboxing. They were so pretty, and I'll just show you what one of these looks like, because there are 5. They're just gorgeous die cut box. And inside you've got like a color family. You've got like related colors together. And actually, then you'll see it on the review, but they perform pretty well. So if you're curious about that, that review's coming out on Tuesday. I just dropped a new podcast episode. If you want to check that out, it's about how crafting used to be greener. And I was just kind of like thinking about when I first started crafting. I crafted all as a child and stuff, and then when I had my studio downtown, I did a kids mixed media class where, I don't know if I'd necessarily call it craft, but we would like make paper, and we would do a lot of upcycling. We just used a lot of recycled products. And then when I started scrapbooking after my kids were born, I would make a scrapbook page, and I would take the scraps left over and I would make cards, and then the tiniest little scraps I would punch shapes out of for future scrapbook pages and cards, and then the tiny little bits that I couldn't punch anything out of, I would put in big Ziploc bags by color, and then I'd make paper with those once the bags were full. And I was just thinking, wow, I didn't waste anything back then, and now, and I feel like I've gotten away from that quite a bit. And even though I am fairly conscious of it, as I show you new soda pencils, I know. Yeah. So basically, yes, I don't feel like I'm all that green these days, especially my because, well, it's mostly about my business because I review a lot of products on YouTube, and I parse that, or I reason with myself that that's okay, because then I'm letting people see the product and they're not wasting their money on it if it's not worthwhile, or they can choose and decide what's the best thing for them. But then again, on the other hand, I could be exposing them to a bunch of products they never would have known about or wanted before, so that could just be encouraging people to buy more. So I don't know, maybe it's just a wash. Maybe maybe I encourage enough people not to buy certain things, and then some people get encouraged to buy certain, I don't know. So, but anyways, I was just kind of thinking about consumption and overconsumption and craft consumption and all of that, the fast fashion aspect of it all. And I think it's probably because that big climate summit is happening this weekend. I think it's this weekend in Scotland. And so I'm very curious and interested in that sort of thing. On one hand, it's like, I can feel like I'm doing really well. And then and then I'll watch some documentaries and it's like, it doesn't matter what you do, because there's, there's no hope, it's like, I want to have good impact. I don't know. Yeah, big hypocrite, basically. So I do not have hairspray in my hair today. This is the culprit that I was talking about. Well, it turns out I used this actually the other day. I was doing one of my Inktober drawings and I was upstairs in the bedroom, sketching at my desk, and I had just over saturated the paper with ink. And I had shiny spots, and it just was I'm like, I need something, I need to lock this down, because I was smearing it and stuff. So I'm like, I'm getting this out. I got this out. Man, this is like varnish. This worked really well, actually. And I just checked the page today to see if anything funky had happened, if it glued itself to another page, and it worked fine. So that's going to go over in the room of hoard to be a varnish. But I'm never putting that in my hair again. So this is a level 1, man. I couldn't even, a hurricane wouldn't have moved my hair after I put that stuff in there. So I'm not using any hairspray today. And I'm getting tired of this hair color, and it's faded out quite a bit. So, and also my hair has grown out so much that I think I'm going to color it blonde again and let it grow out. I don't think it'll take very long. And I don't know, it's too much of a struggle to try to keep the red in my hair. It just fades so easily. And yes, it could be my cheap hair color, but I don't think it is. I've never really noticed that big of a difference between getting more expensive hair color or the cheap stuff, so I don't know. Maybe it's just something with age, your hair stops taking color at certain times. I don't know. It's not like I have a lot of gray either. It's like when I color my hair blonde, it's dark roots coming in mostly. I mean, I'm sure I have a few strands, but I mean, my mother doesn't even have much gray hair, so I don't know. So we're wrapping up Inktober, we're almost done. I've got to do today, which is Friday, and then I'll have Saturday and Sundays to do. And I want to do a live broadcast on Sunday going through all my Inktober sketches, because I haven't shared most of them on YouTube. I've shared them all on Instagram, but I haven't really put them on YouTube or on my blog because they don't have videos to accompany them. So I thought I would do a flip through on Sunday, and so it's like I really would like to get Sundays done today or tomorrow, because Sunday's Halloween, and I'm always late at night on Halloween on Inktober, getting that last sketch done, just kind of regretting, because it's always last minute, and it's really usually not that good, and I'm like, if I could get it done ahead, then on Sunday morning I could do the Inktober wrap up and have the afternoon and the evening for Halloween stuff, because trick-or-treating usually starts around 4 o'clock here, because the sun goes down pretty early, so the kids want to get out and trick-or-treating early, and I'm usually sitting on the couch passing out candy, sketching all at the same time, and I just don't want to, I don't know, I just don't want to put it off to the last minute. So then I know that Sunday's prompt is risk, and I was telling that to my husband. He goes, "Oh, you could do the board game Risk," and I'm like, I think that's too obvious. I think a lot of people are going to do that. I've been trying not to go for the obvious choice on all my Inktober prompts. But then I also had an idea previously that I wanted to, because I got that Ohuhu set of markers. Oh, I can show you. It's their latest one. It's supposed to be the last one they do, or the largest one they do. But I can show it to you. I've got to have both hands though. I gotta move my coffee cup out of the way, or I'm gonna dump it out. so this is what it looks like. It's 320 colors, and I was thinking it'd be really cool to sketch out like a map of the continents, kind of, you know, like a squished globe, and then go in like rainbow order and color it with swatches, because I thought that would be a really interesting swatch to do, because I don't really want to fill out the little swatch card because the writing's pretty small and the writing on the cap's pretty small. It's like, and I don't think I would be flipping through a bunch of swatch cards, 320 swatches to find the perfect color. So I'm like, I don't think that swatch card's going to be that useful to me, other than just to check to make sure I have all my colors. So what I did, so I'm like, well, I could do that, and I could use the map from Risk, which is just the globe, but it's kind of compressed a little bit, so it's more squarish. So I'm like, well, that will work on Instagram, because, you know, now I've got to make sure all of my artwork fits to Instagram standards, because, you know, that's the life we live in, right? As an artist in the 21st century? Is it? No, is it the 21st? It's the 21st century. Yeah, right? Because it was the 20th century in the 1900s, or the 21st century. Oh, I went to college. Can you believe it? So I did this, but when I started off with reds, and then I was making two little small marks. I was making smallish marks. And then I realized, oh, now I need to make all these swatches bigger because I'm not going to be able to fill the globe. It's kind of like, you know, when you're in school and you make a poster and then like you run out of space, you're like cramming all the words, all the letters at the end of the poster, like in. So that's how I feel like the swatches. But it gave me a good idea of the colors that are in this set. And while I was kind of swatching these out, I realized it doesn't even look like there's 320 colors there, but there are. The thing that I noticed as I was doing this is that the caps match the ink color really well, so I don't even need to swatch them because I can go by the cap for the most part. So that's good, because I really tire of swatching things. I am over swatching things, let me tell you. I used to like really love to swatch things. I get something new and that'd be the first thing I do would be swatching it, but now it's like, if I don't have to swatch something to know what the color is, I don't swatch it. Like colored pencils, I didn't swatch these guys because it's like I can look at the tip of the pencil and tell what the color is, you know. Watercolor pencils are a little bit more tricky because their lead doesn't exactly look like the color usually, and watercolors obviously gotta swatch those, but regular colored pencils, no. Those markers are really close to the caps. They're very similar to Copics with how good the caps are. So that's nice. So I was thinking I could post that on Sunday for Risk, but that's pretty lame. That was not what I saw in my mind's eye when I was envisioning my gorgeous rainbow colored map. Not by a long shot. So that's kind of lame. But anyway, it's a swatch and I can use that when I review those markers. I'm just not going to use it for Inktober, so I've got to come up with something better. And plus, I was thinking that was kind of a cheap cop out to use that for the prompt Risk. No shade to anybody else that uses that as a prompt. I'm not judging anybody else. I'm just, you know, judging myself. I did use those Ohuhu markers on this Apple Crisp here. Oops, for the prompt Crisp. I thought, or Crispy. It was Crispy. So I'm like, ooh, I like my Apple Crisp extra crispy. So I thought that would be good. And I didn't see another single Apple Crisp. So that's kind of how I judge, like, how original my prompt is did anybody else do it yet? And this is one of my favorite Inktober drawings. I thought I'd just share that in case you don't watch tomorrow. But I love that one for the prompt open. But wouldn't you know it, and I was so bummed out, I post it and then I see somebody else has done not the exact same thing, but another cat that was yawning. I'm like, I thought it was so original. And somebody else did it too. I was so crestfallen at that. But, oh, I had a live stream on Wednesday because I had shared this on Instagram for the prompt Extinct. I did a fossil. And I said, I'm going to remember this when I teach kids again, because this will be a really fun project to do with them. And I did it with the, I'll just hold it there so it hopefully doesn't get too much glare. I did it with the Graphitint. And, oh, I also just posted a review on the Graphitint pans, if you're curious about that. By the way, these sketchbooks are now available. My friend Rosi makes them. I did an unboxing this week. She sent me some sketchbooks and a bunch of other goodies. I'm not sure if she's sold out or if you can still order them, but they are available, or they were available. I don't know if they will be left by Saturday, but if they are, I'll put a link. Oh, so I did a live stream of how to get that fossil effect. with graphite stuff. That's probably going to really glare because graphite's got that graphite and it's pretty glary. So that's kind of a fun one, a great one to do with kids and or in classes, classrooms, whatever. I thought that would be kind of fun, and so we did that in a live stream because why not? Why not, right? I don't know. I hate to commit to anything, but I'm leaning towards bringing back the weekly live streams. But I'm not going to commit to a certain time or day. It's been Wednesdays just because that's the quietest day in the house and the calmest day around here. So I don't have to ask people to like, don't run the water, don't, you know, I can, you know, to keep quiet down. It's just a nice quiet day. So it's been Wednesdays, but I might shake it up a little bit, like Sunday, tomorrow, I'm planning on doing a live stream. But you know, it's just trying a bunch of things because it's really difficult to stand out on YouTube as a creative, and you know, shake things up a little bit and hope it helps. Yeah, I've seen a lot of, and I know it's not just me, I have seen a lot of channels that are kind of the same age as mine that's been around for a while, kind of slumping and having a hard time getting the views that they used to get. So I'm not taking it too personally, but on the other hand, it also is, you know, if the resources I have, I can't make it work, then, I mean, whose fault is it other than mine? So just shake things up a little bit and see how it goes. I know unboxings do best and hauls do best, but I really don't want to do, I haven't really done hauls in years because I felt kind of weird about it, like encouraging people to go shop. And when I found myself buying stuff just because I could put it in a haul, that's when I was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. That was quite a few years ago. That was like probably 2015 or 2016. I do like reviewing products, and I did the unboxing of those pencils because they were so pretty, and that's been the most popular video this month on my channel, I think, which is kind of crazy, but also not unexpected. Oh, something that I was, some of you guys had suggested, and you guys can let me know what you think in the comments below, but Rosi, the maker of the sketchbooks, had sent me a bunch of like goodies, a little bunch of watercolor goodies and stuff, and then some people said you should swatch them on film, and then someone else suggested a live stream, or maybe I suggested, I'm not sure, and I was kind of wondering about that. Like, would that be something fun that would be fun to see in a live stream? I don't know. The nice thing about a live stream is that it's probably mostly relevant to the people that are there watching when you're doing it, and so it becomes kind of like almost like a performance art, and it becomes part of like this exists because, not just because of the person that posted the video, but because of the people watching and adding their input and their suggestions and stuff live. So it becomes this community performance art kind of, I think. So that's something I'm thinking about as well. And plus it'd all be new to me products because they were all stuff I did not have. I couldn't believe it. And that's kind of fun. It's fun to experiment with different things, and some people will suggest, try this, try that, I have that, this worked for me. And it's just neat. It's neat to get those different perspectives and to have that energy. I'm always so tired after I do a live stream. It's like, I'm like, wow, why am I so tired? And it's just like, I think it takes all of your senses when you're doing a live stream, because you're thinking about, you're trying to keep an eye on what people are chatting about so you can respond. You're also trying to pay attention to what you're doing and trying to make sure that it doesn't lag. It's just you have your entire brain is engaged, I think, and it makes it tiring, you know, like afterwards I'm like, I need a nap. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go watch TV. I'm gonna watch a silly action movie with a cup of tea. Maybe draw an Inktober thing. Yeah. So my husband and I were gonna do a cabbage soup diet, and Jason made the soup. It was actually very delicious, and we finished the soup up. I think there's like one serving left in the fridge. However, the snag that we hit was we didn't not eat all of the other stuff. So we've had a really healthy, high fiber week here with our cabbage soup, but I don't think we've lost any weight. The artsy and fartsy house, all the cabbage soup. Oh man. Oh, the Michael's class, you can sign up for that. It went up last weekend. I'll put a link to that. It's doing the coasters. I'll show you those again. Now there is a free pattern, and I think you can download it right from their sales page. We're gonna make these 3 coasters. We're gonna color them with colored pencils. I'm using the Derwent Color Soft. I have the set of 72, so I just grabbed a variety of greens and basic colors. Obviously, use what you have, but that's a set I'm using if you want to get that exact set. I don't have the smaller set, so I'm not exactly sure what colors correspond, but when you sign up for the class, you will get like a supply list, and it will tell you the colors that are needed. The other thing I want to mention is that there's a pattern there for you to download, and please transfer that pattern onto the coasters before you come to class, the live class, which is November 16th. That way you'll be ready to go. I'm not going to go over the drawing in the class because I only have an hour, and we should be able to get through. We'll definitely be able to get through most of it all. The poinsettia is very repetitive, so if you see how to do one of the leaves, that's how all the leaves are done. All the red ones are done the same, the green ones are done the same. So I'm probably going to do that one last, so that way if we do run out of time, it'll be very easy to finish up on your own. But that should be a really fun class, and if you're interested at all, even if you can't make it live, if you're interested, go sign up, because you'll get a link when it's live. If you can make it, great. If you can't, I don't think I think they keep letting people sign up. I'm not sure, because I don't think they have ever cut anybody off from signing up. We had it was like 3,000 people last time, so it's got some good capacity. But I did hear from some people they had a hard time logging on the day of. So I've talked with them. I've talked with Michaels about that. So hopefully we won't run into that issue this time. I think it's because the class was run more of like a meeting rather than a webinar. I think it needs to be run as a webinar maybe. But please sign up for that if you're interested. That will just encourage them to hire me back for more of those free online classes. And I really love doing them. I love working with Derwent. They're a wonderful company. I love working with Michaels. So it's great. And I did mention last week about my Papercraft Society box. I cannot unfortunately share the projects yet. I just got an email this morning. They was like, please wait till we do the official reveal. But they do have an unboxing on that on the Craft Stash website, and and I will link that down below if you want to see what's in that box. It's so funny when you work on a physical product. By the time you work on it so far ahead of time that by the time it comes out, you've almost forgotten that you ever did it. It's like, oh yeah, that thing I did like 6 months ago or a year ago. It's kind of like a weird time warp. And it was the same way when I used to write for magazines, because you would have to have your Christmas submissions in like April. And by the time Christmas rolled around and the magazine landed in your mailbox, you completely forgot that you ever did the thing because it was so long ago. And so you always kind of felt like you were in a time warp, because it would be like February and you're working on Halloween projects, and you're just always like working 6 months ahead of when a magazine was going to come out. Those were the days. I don't miss that, because I definitely prefer the instant gratification of putting a video up and then getting the response from it. But I don't know if that's necessarily good. It's probably not necessarily good to have that constant dopamine, dopamine hit all the time. I don't think it's good at all. In fact, November, I am going to do a bit of a dopamine fast. I'm going to try to stay off social media, except for posting when I need to for work, because during October I am on all the time. Because of Inktober, I am posting, painting every day or drawing every day, and then afterwards I am seeing what other people posted. I don't like to look at what other people post before I post mine for the day, because I don't want to be influenced by anybody else's ideas. And also, it's if you're thinking about doing a certain idea and you're looking already and you see somebody else has done it, that's like, oh, I gotta think of something else. And it's really a bummer, because you could have a really great idea. So looking at it afterwards, it's better, because you posted it and then you can see what other people have done. But for the most part, I haven't, I don't think I've overlapped too much with other people's ideas. Then again, not like I could see everything, because I don't know, there's like, I'll go and I'll check on the day's prompt hashtag, and there'll already be 5,000 plus posts just on that one day's prompt. I think Inktober probably brings the biggest amount of participants than any other monthly art challenge. So it is kind of like, and the level of talent that's out there is so humbling, but it's also really cool to see really good artists like putting out work every single day. I found a few new accounts to follow, and it's really neat. Of course, like and accounts that I might not come across normally, like accounts in other languages. There are some crazy talented Russian artists, man. And I have no idea what they're writing, but I'm looking at the artwork and it's like, wow, that's just insane, the discipline that it must have taken to get that good. And a lot of them are young. too. It's like, wow, you're like 20 and that's amazing. What are you going to be like when you're 40? You're going to be like cranking up some crazy skillful pieces. It's just amazing. It's inspiring. It's inspiring, but it could be intimidating. You know, that's one thing. If I was looking first thing in the morning at the day's prompt, like what other people had done, I think I'd be kind of intimidated. So, do my best and post it, and then I'll look and see what other people did so I don't get too overwhelmed or, you know, yeah, overwhelmed or intimidated or whatever. But it's fun. I think I enjoy doing Inktober more than any of the other challenges. I plan on doing Figureary in February. That's put on by Croquis Cafe. I've got to, you have to subscribe to their photo service, I believe, to do that one. They used to be free, but they went behind a paywall. I don't think they could cover their expenses like last year or something. So, but it's not very much. I think it's like $36 a year or something like that. So I'll probably join that before February and do Figureary, because I always want to improve my figure drawing skills and whatnot. Something I've been really working on the last couple of years, I'd say the last 3 years or so, is developing my skills a lot more, so that when this whole YouTube thing is done, when this all falls apart, I will have better skills in order to succeed in my profession. Because, you know, I think art is necessary, but the economy doesn't think art is as necessary, I guess I should say. So I want to make sure that my skills are up to snuff when this whole YouTube thing falls apart. Which could be anytime, who knows. It's just, you know, I've seen the writing on the wall for like the last 4 years, so I'm definitely just trying to push that and develop that so I'm not stuck with no, you know, career prospects when it all, you know, spirals down to nothing. Oh, friends, boy, this took a dark turn, didn't it? I hope you have a happy Halloween. I hope if you like getting trick-or-treaters, I hope you get all kinds of trick-or-treaters. I love to see the kids in their costumes. They're so cute. Yeah, I just love Halloween. Halloween is, I know it's a pretty American thing. I don't know. I hear it's been getting more popular in other countries, and I know some people are have mixed feelings about that. But hey, I love it. I love to see kids going out being spooky. It's just fun. It's just a fun time to get out and be silly and be creative and be someone else for the night, and it's fun. We usually don't get too many trick-or-treaters, especially since my kids have gotten older, because we used to have a big, huge crowd at our house, and then we would go around the neighborhood together. But there aren't many little kids around anymore. We're all like teenagers or graduated in my neighborhood, so we'll see. We'll see if many show up. If not, we may have a lot of candy kicking around here next week. But that's all for today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow for the sketchbook flip through of Inktober. I hope you can make it. Until then, happy crafting. See you later. Bye.